Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we're going to be talking about Fusoya and Ciaran, who are going to be getting their brand new weapons. Fusoya is getting his BT and Ciaran is going to be getting an FR. Both characters are going to be getting a rework. Ciaran is going to be getting a BT rework. We're going to be taking a look at both of these two characters' changes, and I'm going to let you guys know whether or not you should pull for either of the two in the upcoming banners. So, do let me know down in the comment section below what your plans are going to be. If you're going to be pulling for Gandalf or Ciaran, feel free to let me know. And as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content, and with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. A big thank you, as always, to all of my current YouTube members. Thank you so much for further supporting the channel. If you ever thought about becoming a member of the channel, you can either click the first link in the description of this video or the join button below for details on what perks you can gain for becoming a supporter of the channel. And a big thank you ahead of time if you do decide to become one. So we'll first start off with Fusoya's rework. So his skill 1, Spirit's Blast, now deals an AoE split HP attack 5 times. His skill 2, Hold, now deals 6 HP attacks with 50% splash 2 times. His EX now deals an AoE split HP attack 9 times that allows for 250% stolen max brave overflow and recovers 50% brave in between HP attacks. His Give Your Power to Meteor buff adds a 40% gained max brave overflow and 30% HP damage up. His LD now deals an AoE full HP attack 7 times. Now Fusoya's BT effect lasts for 6 turns and grants the following. After acting, his EX is ready to be used on his next turn. He also extends inflicted debuff duration by 1 turn and also gains a 50% HP damage cap up. To the party, they gain a 20% brave damage up, 50% brave damage cap up, 20% HP damage up, 30% HP damage cap up, and a 20% brave gains up. Now Ciaran's rework, to his skill 1, Holy Rush Strike now deals 7 HP attacks with 100% splash after each HP attack. His EX now deals an AoE full HP attack 7 times. His LD now deals an AoE split HP attack 8 times. His BT rework, while his overhead is at 5 stacks, grants the party an additional 25% HP damage up / HP damage cap up, totaling 50% each. Now with Vaughn as his partner, Ciaran's FR deals an AoE split HP attack 4 times that extends duration of active buffs by 2 turns. While active, Ciaran gains free ability uses, and while his overhead is at 5 levels, the party gains a 50% HP damage up / HP damage cap up. Now his FR conditions are as follows. A 40% increase whenever a teammate's turn passes with an active leveled buff or special effect, and a 40% increase whenever a teammate has Brave regen before turn. So let's talk about whether or not you should pull for Ciaran. Now Ciaran is a big Orbot, offering a lot of support for the team. If you have used them in the past, or if you checked out some gameplay, you may or may not have noticed that he can easily be a sole reliant support character. He does offer a very good amount of ores to the party. The BT rework that he gains just adds even more HP damage up and HP damage cap up, so long as you have his overhead at 5 levels, which is going to remain at 5 levels throughout the entire fight. So in general, he is a very good support character with a lot of party ores. Now, his great overall damage upgrade for a support, having a lot of party ores, was definitely necessary for him, especially because if you take a look at some of the previous support characters or even future support characters who are going to get upgrades, you're going to notice that there is always going to be a balance between whatever party ores they offer and the damage output. But when it comes to Ciaran though, I feel like he is more solely focused on the ores that he has granted to the party than what he got with his damage upgrade. But don't get me wrong, he can still hold himself to his overall damage, his damage output. Like, he'll still be able to do a very good amount of damage. His FR conditions, they are easy to meet. One of them, which is to have Brave regen before the start of your ally's turn. Thankfully, he is able to offer Brave regen, so that's not going to be an issue. And then when it comes to the other one, having a buff or a special effect, a leveled buff or a special effect, so long as you have like an overhead with stacks on it, you are good to go. If by chance a character does not have any leveled buff, if you do have Rydia's LD call ability, it does grant you a leveled buff, and hopefully if you are going to be gaining more turns than the enemy, then the buff will not disappear. So that is a way that you can kind of get around that condition, but overall you'll be getting about an 80% plus increase. So Ciaran, I do think that he is a very good support character, and I do feel like he is still very much viable on the JP side for what he does offer, because like when it comes to him offering party auras, very good battery, overall damage, good damage output for a support character. It may not be like top tier support DPS numbers, but like it's still very good damage overall. But I do think that with Ciaran, if you want yourself another support character, and a support character that is mostly more so for just taking advantage of the party auras that he offers, I would say chasing for his kit wouldn't be a bad idea whatsoever. If you already have him built, then definitely snag that FR, because I do feel like he is still very much a strong and overlooked support character in players' eyes. But if you do not have him, you definitely want to make sure that you have everything related to his kit, so that way you can fully take advantage of what he does offer. Is he necessary to pull? If you're comfortable with the support characters that you have currently, I would say then Ciaran can easily be a pretty safe skip. But if you just want to add an additional support character, then Ciaran is an excellent choice in my opinion. Now, Fusoya is a utility support character with some nice debuffs. He is able to inflict paralysis, HP damage taken up, and a speed down. Basically, like the way that Fusoya plays is more so of like, hey, I'm going to support the team by making sure that they hit a little bit harder. I'm also going to be a pain in the butt to the enemies by inflicting paralysis, and I do also have a nice mechanic where I am able to extend debuffs by a certain duration, which in turn his BT effect actually helps him out even more with that, because it allows him to, one, be able to use his EX ability constantly, which is going to be his strongest hitting move. Two, it allows him to be able to extend debuffs that he inflicts by one turn, meaning that the paralysis debuff, he'll be able to extend it more and more, especially if he uses LD ability with the amount of times or the amount of uses that he has. Like, yeah, the paralysis debuff is going to be on there for a very good while, alongside with his other debuffs, and the support auras that he does gain from his BT effect are just going to be added auras that he is going to provide to the team overall, aside from like the other ones that he provides from his buffs. So he is more of like a utility support character, where it's just like, yeah, you know, if let's say for team comp example, I wanted to bring a DPS, I wanted to bring a follow-up character, and then I bring Fusoya. Fusoya would technically cover almost two out of the three teammates overall. What I mean by that is that he would cover some of the support category, and he will also cover the utility portion of it as well. So he has like a mix of both into just one character, making him a pretty good third slot character. Again, that team comp is just an example. It's not really like a definitive one, but like you get what I'm trying to say. It's like more so, like Fusoya is more so that type of character where it's just like, I want to add a little extra to the team, but at the same time, I also want to be a pain in the butt towards the enemy. So is Fusoya's BT worth chasing for? In my opinion, I'm going to say no, because yes, he does get a nice damage upgrade. yes, it does extend the duration of debuffs by 1 turn, but I feel like because his LD is able to extend it by 2 turns, I do feel like that pretty much just covers that portion of it. Yeah, an additional turn would be nice, but by the time you get to Fusoya's turn, if you want to extend any of his debuffs again, you could just hit his LD ability and you'll be good to go on that, unless you have some type of trouble when it comes to the enemy being a little bit speedy. Yeah, that speed down does help, but you never know if the enemies decide, hey, I want to jump in a turn order, and I'm going to act and do whatever it is that I need to do. Then there might be an issue for Fusoya, especially if they do gain multiple turns. Then he would be in a situation where it would just be like, yeah, I guess his BT would be kind of convenient, but it would just be for those type of situations. So I would say, in my opinion, I don't think his BT is necessary because he already offers a pretty decent amount with up to FR or even up to LD. In all seriousness, especially like if you're trying to keep it at a budget, I would say like chasing up to his LD would probably be the best thing if you do want to build him. But if not, I would say Fusoya's BT can easily be a pretty safe skip, especially because alongside with Ciaran and Fusoya, we also have the worldwide release of Papalimo, and Papalimo also has a paralysis as well. These two banners are definitely going to get overlooked by Papalimo's banner, even though with Ciaran though, it's going to be a little bit different though, because Ciaran is a full-on Orbot, Papalimo is not. He's more of a damage dealer. So yeah, it's going to be kind of hard, I guess, like determining like which one out of the 3, 4, whatever amount of banners is going to be dropping on that day, which ones you should pull for. Which, by the way, I will be making a should you pull video for Papalimo once his banner drops and once I get my hands on him. Because I'd rather not jump the gun and say like, oh yeah, he's a must pull or he's a skip, so on and so forth, just because of what we already know so far. Like, I need to get my hands on his kit and everything like that. So if for those wondering, that is why I am not mentioning him in this video. So, but other than that though, guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. And as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.